What's up, everybody? Welcome. Orange Bloods Live. I'm Jeff Ketchum. That is Chad Hastings. We're going to be with you for a little bit. Do us a solid thumbs up, subscribe to the page, all that stuff. I looked earlier. Hold on. Live update, Chad. 199,668.
Getting there. There. And we're a week away from Christmas. The goal is attainable.
We were at like 1993 something this morning. So there's I don't know. I don't keep a super close eye to it, but we might hit 200 hundo subscribers by the end of the day. That's an early Christmas gift for Orange Bloods Live. Thanks to everybody. It's kind of like awe-inspiring just to like see this the channel grow. But we got a lot of stuff. We're going to be talking Jordan Baugh, Florida. Even though there's a bowl game, even though the playoffs start tomorrow, it feels like 2026 chat is already the conversation. And as we begin the conversation with Brian Jones, we can start right there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We're going to start with this guy. Remember to go to universitycoop.com and search Real Snow Milk if you want the cool stuff, or just go down to the legendary Co-op and get it yourself. Brian Jones, CBS Sports. He needs to jump in early. So you know what we do? We let him jump in early. What's up, Mr. Jones?
I just wanted to catch y'all before catch bounce. So, you know, he's usually likes to leave before I.
Very disappointing that you've pulled this chess piece move. Like now, all I can do is walk out on myself.
Yeah.
He'll be walking out on me. He's done that plenty of time.
Yeah, I had to mess up the gears in the machinery. My apologies.
Brian, that was just like a premature metaphor for guys not playing in bowl games and going to the portal before the season is over. It is hard for us to do a show right now with Michigan looming and with college football discussion in general. I mean, Texas fans are all in on the portal. They're all in on guys that are leaving. As a guy that does this nationally on the level that you do, can you even vibe with that right now? Have you learned to multitask?
No. Hell no. And don't even attempt. Ask me again. Heck no. This is the first break I've had in 6 months. That's the last thing I'm worried about is all that mess, man. And trying to keep up with a bunch of 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Heck no, dude. And it's where we are. It keeps you guys like you busy. I don't have to do a daily show, but for those who are doing it, and I've done it, of course, it definitely keeps you busy. And college football now is such as the NFL. When the NFL starts stretching out free agency and moving the draft back, so it'd be a year-long conversation. Same with college football. Now, you used to would have that little break, as you guys know, prior to signing day in February, and then you'd have spring ball and then a prolonged break until the upcoming season. But it's year round, man. These kids are keeping us busy.
Brian, I always think it's weird when the NBA draft occurs like 3 days after the finals is over. It always just feels weird that all of this is going to happen while the best teams in the country are still playing for a championship. We lived this last year. It was. And I don't think Texas, admittedly, Texas people would tell you they didn't juggle all of that in retrospect as well as they needed to. They didn't actually hit the portal the way that they needed to.
Right.
They kind of misjudged how all of it would unfold. There's no
exact science. There's no exact science. We're still in the wilderness as far as this coming online, a couple of years ago, and the rules and guidelines continue to shift. So how can you wrap your arms around all this stuff?
We're guinea pigs watching the guinea pigs.
Boom. We're flying it while we build it, okay? That's it. And so if you're on a championship run, and what comes to mind, this guy's back in the portal now. I saw an alert this morning, Prabula, former Penn State quarterback, Missouri quarterback, just jumped back into the portal. Penn State's in the CFP a season ago. You might want a proven backup for your starter, and he jumps in the portal prior to the CFP campaign commencing. And that just was nonsensical to me, dude. How about you finish that? But I understand they are hamstrung by these damn timelines, which make no sense whatsoever. You got to move back the transfer portal window till the season's completely over and move signing day back to February.
Yeah,
Chad, I knew he was going to be caught in the matrix of this. You are, Brian, because you're like old school player.
Where am I?
You played in the NFL, so like you have an NFL brain too, but then you've been in the media for 2 decades. And so you add all those things together and it makes for your experience is kind of unique. We won't talk to very many people that quite have your experience and kind of profile in this. And I told Chad, I go, I'm just really curious how your brain processes understanding, but not liking it. But also you got to get yours, but this makes for a good story, but I don't like it. There's just a lot of conflicting things going on.
Well, can we just utilize common sense? Let's inject a little common sense into the equation.
Look,
right,
Brian, if you're going to bring common sense into a college football discussion,
common sense, Chad. That's funny.
I don't know what to do.
Is what that is.
I don't know. That's good work. You funny, Brian Jones. You funny.
That boy good.
That boy good. Well, and Brian, you mentioned the timeline. I'm with you. I love that idea, but championship game's the 19th, right? So even if you were going to NBA draft it, like Ketch is talking about, when's the portal open? The 20th, the 22nd, and then it goes 2 weeks. Okay, now we're almost to February. You're into February, and there is a semester to deal with. My favorite part of this whole discussion is people can still pretend at least to care about college semesters, right? Because if I'm going to go, let's take Jadan Baugh. We're talking Jadan Baugh today, the Florida running back. If Jadan wants to come to Texas, eventually comes to Texas, when does he take his first class at Texas in that world of yours? February, Groundhog Day? Is that the first day he goes to class? That's crazy.
Yeah, they don't let that happen that I'm aware of. These little pesky university rules.
Right.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. We probably could fix this even with our limited degrees. And you two are much, much more learned than I am. But you would think all these fancy folks sitting up in Indianapolis or wherever the headquarters are now for the NCAA could have a meeting of the minds and meld all those degrees and come up with a more reasonable exercise, if you will, because this is just dumb. The championship game, you're right. It's the 20th or 19th, whatever it is. Let's have it sooner. Let's start the playoffs sooner. And I think Joey McGuire, this was his idea. Let's start the season sooner. Let's begin the season mid-August. All this 0 week bull dookie. What the hell is that?
Everybody's in summer school anyway, so it's not
right.
Like they're not in school.
Yeah, start it sooner, and we can end sooner. That will help out the calendar issue.
Brian, what do you think of Jadan Baugh? I know you've been focusing in on the Big Ten the last couple of years with CBS after that transition, but how much of him do you know about, and how much of him have you been able to watch? Because Texas fans are trying to figure out if they like him right now.
Zero. Haven't watched him much other than seeing him play against Texas.
Okay.
And maybe a couple other games where Florida may have been relevant in the ball game, the Georgia ball game. But haven't done in-depth analysis of him.
Which of these playoff games this weekend?
Do y'all like him?
I'm a little bit like you, Brian. I look at the stats and I go, oh, he's really good, but I don't remember watching Florida much this season and being like, it's the Jadan Baugh. And his stats are really good, but I feel like I'd just be lying if I told people, oh, I think he's better than Ahmad Hardy because of this. I don't know, like honestly.
Right. That's where I sit. I wouldn't come on here and bullshit y'all now. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I have uninformed. I'm uninformed. Yes, Chad.
The way I would describe him is I think he's a really interesting bullet, but you have to have a gun. And Florida didn't have a gun. I'd watch that offense and him, and he always was blinking at me. Like,
he's a tough runner.
Right?
Yeah, I like the style, no doubt.
And when he got 23 carries or more this year, 3-0, including the win against Texas, they gave him the ball 38 times against Florida State. And as you know, they shredded them while doing that. And his average was up at 5.3. Hey, Catch, would Texas take a 5.3 yard average with a running back right now?
Yes.
I mean, they'll take a 4.5 yards per carry from their running back right now.
Exactly. He listed at like 231, big physical back. Can definitely deal with some SEC, Brian.
Yes, that's where
that's
I was
what I like about him.
I'm with you there. I recall the physicality of his running style. That's exactly what this Texas offense needs at the running back position. In any big time collegiate program, you're going to want that type of back. And if you can give him, the rock 38 times, damn. And that's an indictment on the Florida and Florida State, the fact that we weren't aware that he ran the rock 38 times in what used to be one of the most marquee matchups on the planet.
Yeah, all they bring to that game, we recognize are the helmets now. That's it.
Yes, that's
outside of that, it doesn't look like Gators and Knowles anymore. Ketch, you had a question for Brian on the playoff?
Well, I was just curious. Like, they start tomorrow. It doesn't feel I just wanted to ask Chad later, like, does it feel like the playoffs start tomorrow for him because he's got a team in the playoffs and obviously his team doesn't play tomorrow, but everybody's a little bit more glued in when their team is in. Obviously, Texas would have been there a year ago. You're watching all these games like a hawk. Does it feel like tomorrow's the beginning? Like, I'm just curious because we're talking Jordan Baugh in Austin.
I first of all, and I sent this to my Red Raiders fans after they beat BYU for the second time. I said, the world's coming to an end when the Red Raiders are in the playoffs and my Longhorns are not. So
with the bye. With the bye.
Yeah, with the bye. Thank you.
The Aggies and the Sooners. I mean, what is going on?
Oh, exactly. And we're sitting at home. But, hey, you made the bed, you have to line it. Yes, Catch. I'm
out of those three with the bye is Texas Tech.
Right, that one too. Hey, guess who gets the bye? Every Longhorn fan would be like, don't tell me the Sooners got – wait, the Aggies? Oh, good Lord.
Those Red Raiders, they walking around strutting, baby. They go – I think their first game is where Miami?
Yes.
Miami about to get country fried.
Yep. Those people partying in Miami is going to be something.
Like, they different. The Bible Belt folks might they're gonna get a shock when they head down to South Beach.
There's a lot of girls from Lubbock that don't come home.
Hey, that's oil money going to South Beach. That'll be interesting.
Yes, there will be.
Yeah.
I'm giddy. I am giddy about tomorrow, dude. Yes, I can't wait. I want some football. First of all, who plays tomorrow?
OU Bama.
Yep.
Yes. Oh man, dude. I went back and I did do some research on that one. I went back and watched the first installment. There was some hitting going on in that damn ball game. This OU defense is ridiculous. I'm still wondering where the hell how did we come up with a running game versus them? Couldn't do it against anyone else until we got to A&M. But that defense is sick with it. They were bringing the noise. Ty Simpson was being pressured. He was being hit. And they really put it on Alabama. And we haven't spoken since the final CFP. I really don't think Alabama should have gotten in. I would have put Notre Dame in ahead of them. 3 losses you don't deserve to be in. And you tell me how -3 yards rushing in the SEC championship game screams championship caliber. It doesn't.
Good? That's good, right?
Only in the South, Chad.
That's an emphasis mark, Brian. We got 3, not a negative.
Hey, Brian, I was talking to somebody earlier today, and they were telling me about a conversation that they'd had with somebody who had a conversation with somebody else. And we were talking about a bunch of different stuff around college football. And one of them just kind of nonchalantly said, yeah, everybody still kind of feels like DeBoer is going to be the one that ends up at Michigan. And that wasn't even the point of the conversation. It was like a drive-by nugget that was thrown out there. And because of who it kind of came from, I thought, interesting. What do you think's going on at Michigan? Like,
DeBoer wants to be at Bama. The question is, does Bama want DeBoer? I want this girl, but I'm not so sure she wants me. And you can't have a one-sided relationship. And I'll go back to I guess it was early this season, and it was a big lottery pot sitting out there, and they interviewed this lady down in Alabama and said, "What would you do with your winnings?" And she said, "Buy us another football coach." I mean,
yeah,
exactly as she said it too. They are not thrilled with him. I think more so the money guys they are, but the below that downstream, they're not as enamored with DeBoer. But he wants to be there. There's a reason he took the job. It's one of those legacy gigs. So I get it. That's not a stepping stone. That's a destination. But so is Michigan. And I've said this about the Michigan. First of all, what terrible situation, man. It just Tawdry. And my high school football coach's son, former Marine, retired Marine, Lieutenant Colonel Isaac Whiskey Lee, he said it best this 2025 college football season. He said it's been the best reality show ever. I mean, all the damn firings, and then you ended with what happened at Michigan. Wait, breaking news. It doesn't stop with Michigan. Did you see the news about the Ohio coach?
No. Ohio U?
What?
I didn't see it.
Ohio University?
No, I didn't see it. What is it?
Oh!
Break the news, Brian. Break it for us.
This dude apparently had a nursing student. Yes, the head coach allegedly had a little dalliance with a nursing student there. Yes.
Wow, we found a story that got Brian to try to say the word dalliance.
Dalliance.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I got it. He had a picadillo.
Doesn't every head coach at every university do this though?
Hey man, them candy stripers, you gotta watch out. I feel you. Yeah, I've been running from. Yeah, that broke. I think it was yesterday. Ohio.
I mean, I feel like sometimes the only way you're going to keep these coaches out of trouble, honest to God, they either got to be Mac Brown, who's literally so paranoid. Bless his heart. Remember, Chad, Mac would brag or like tell stories about, hey, I learned never take a picture where my hands can't be seen in the photo.
I remember that.
And you're like, damn, Mac never turns off. Like he's always aware of the optics. Other than having a Mac Brown personality where you just won't stop thinking about making sure you look right. These coaches, man, these all got to be private male only schools. You let co-eds in the schools.
I'm gonna give them an out like
themselves. Go look at these head coaches. Go to their Twitter lists. Look at who they're following on Twitter.
Yeah.
So, by the way, class of 29. What's going on there?
By the way, for the record, for all you Mac Brown fans, Mac Brown has had one-on-one meetings with 2 of the 3 people you're looking at right now. I'm going to give you 15 seconds of specs to figure out who that is.
With thousands of ways to savor the holiday spirit, Specs has a selection to please every palate, from the nice to the naughty. Wrap it up and let the good times flow with Specs wines, spirits, and finer foods.
And also, don't forget about Deep Eddy Vodka when you're looking to drink a little bit. The Deep Eddy Vodka tasting room, they are open when you get the great weather. The outdoor area is awesome right there. The indoor area in your upper left is where you have your tastings. You can have that Crimson Creek Smokehouse barbecue as well and get a tasting because you get 9 different flavors. I think they are out of espresso now, so you don't get that 10th flavor, but be sure to tell them you want espresso to be the 10th flavor because that's what I keep telling them. Tell them you heard about it at OB Live at the Deep Eddy Vodka tasting room. All right, Brian, let's go.
Do they have the go ahead, Catch. I'm sorry.
No, just Chad, that was so professional. You snuck those live reads in and paid the bill.
Always professional. Wasn't it seamless and fluid?
Because that was not our plan. BJ, we had a plan before you popped in.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he totally just made it happen. I'm just in awe of his professionalism.
That's what he does.
Well, I had to do it that way. So I had to do it that way because it might be the only way you let me ask Brian about the Aggies. Brian, A&M and Miami.
Wait, hold on. I got a question about Deep Eddy. Do they have the Willie Nelson remedy there? Do they carry that brand? Willie Nelson's new beverage?
Well, I don't believe is Willie Nelson's new remedy Deep Eddy vodka?
No.
Okay, they are the Deep Eddy vodka tasting room. That is the one vodka.
But they carry more than Deep Eddy vodka.
They do not. They have
Specs does, Brian.
Specs
That's
does.
what I meant. Specs.
Oh, Specs. I'm sorry. Yes, Specs would probably have.
I said Specs.
Really, I'm sorry. I was juggling two different ads at the same time. Yes, if you go to Specs and ask them, they can. I'm sure help you out with your Willie remedy.
Thank you. It's pretty good. You should try it.
No, I have not. I do need to
sneak up on your ass. I'm just warning you.
Well, Willie wouldn't have put a stamp on it if it didn't sneak up on your ass.
You're gonna be in the chicken coop.
All right. So
hey,
Brian,
man, I'm digging your Aggies. What was it? 2-3 years ago they had a home and home.
Yes.
You guys, Miami won here, I believe, in a close one. Then you beat them there. That's when A-Chain went off, right? Or one of them little backs for y'all, Moss or somebody.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe home teams won. I think everybody won at home in that series.
Oh, okay. Excuse me then, dang it.
Because Miami pulled off the one in South Beach. I think they won by like 15, but I think the Aggies won in College Station.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Leave it to me to get it twisted. I think this is going to be a hell of a matchup. I'm looking forward. Both of these quarterbacks, they struggle when you put a lot of pressure on them. Beck, he looks normal. And well below average. When Louisville put it on, I think it was 4 picks in that ball game. Of course, the SMU game, they had some struggles. And then they couldn't run the rock as well. They've got to hold up against A&M's pressure, which Texas was able to mitigate considerably. And the same for A&M and Marcel Reed, because Texas got after him, forced him into some mistakes. As we all know, a couple picks. And this Bain and Messidor, they can get after you. I'm going to be the receivers in this damn game. This Tony kid, man, if y'all haven't seen it, this dude can ball. He should be in high school right now. He's a hell of an athlete, so fast. And then, of course, Concepcion and all the guys you have, and Craver and others. So this is going to be a fascinating game. I think Aggies win because if Miami cannot convert on third down, what are the Aggies allow teams to convert like 22% on third down, something like that?
Yeah, they've been first in the country since about mid-season.
Right, all season. Now Texas didn't need to get the third down to whoop their ass. So
that is one of the best explanations of that game that you could throw out. Well done.
Okay, every now and then, Chad. Every now and then. So I think it's gonna come down to these old lines. They got to protect because these fronts can hunt. And if they can't keep these guys upright, and Marcel Reed, I would give him the edge with his wheels because he can extend some plays. Beck looks like, first of all, he looked like Eagle or somebody. That motherfucker looks scary. You wouldn't want to see him in the alley.
Come on, man.
I'm playing, dog.
What is happening? If I could walk that way.
he got a little creepy at times, man. Go check out his mug. I'm going to give the Aggies the advantage because of Reed and his feet. I think he can extend some plays, get out of harm's way a little bit better, a lot better than say Beck can. But I think it should be a hell of a football game. It's going to be fun. And that one kicks at what time Saturday? That's still 11 o'clock, isn't it?
That's 11 o'clock. And then we got the two cakewalks, Brian, Tulane and Ole Miss, and then JMU and Oregon. Let me ask this. If I tell you one of those teams is going to pull a crazy upset, who pukes on their shoe?
Tulane.
Oregon or
Tulane will pull it. Tulane is going to play better than they did in the first installment. Of course, all the drama surrounding Ole Miss, coaches leaving, coaches coming back, assistants, that is, to run that offense. And this is a different Tulane team than they were early in the year when they were thumped by 35. I would think Retzlaff maybe had 1 or 2 games under his belt. They really didn't have an identity. And that formed over the season, of course. So I look for Tulane to play better. That one to be possibly closer. But I love what the Ferris State kid, Trinidad Chambers, has done. He has been fabulous to watch. Oh, my goodness. I'd never heard of Ferris State till this kid jumped up on the scene. And to stand in and take over that gig, not just stand in, but take over that gig from Simmons, who got hurt, got Wally pipped. Just tremendous. And JMU, dude, they are having a blast embracing this underdog role. Have you seen some of the posts from their PR? They're just like, they played some highlights of Oregon plays, and it was in slow motion. Caption, dang, these Oregon players are really slow. I mean, they're having so much fun. I love it.
Brian, of all the teams, and my last question, Chad, I have one that involves just guys sucking as players. If I told you that somebody on Monday, if I tell you on Monday that somebody from one of these teams, non-Tulane JMU division, has a quarterback that melts down and has like a 4 interception game. Is there anybody that comes to mind? Anybody that you just don't believe in? Because I guess this is the first annual Drew Aller Award for at some point this guy's going to reveal who he is.
Wow, dude.
Damn.
They have a quarterback now at Penn State, that Grunkemeyer. Matt Campbell better hold on to him because he's a hell of a lot better than Drew Aller. He has a better body mannerism. He has a better arm.
He walks like he has a left and right foot. That's amazing.
Yeah.
He
Not a high bar, Brian. Not a high bar.
I know. And he got better instead of worse. I mean, throughout the season, I'm breaking down the film. That guy, like, this cat can play. And that offense looked markedly differently than when he took over and got that consistent playing time. I'm going to say a guy I mentioned a moment ago, Catch. I think it's going to be back. Man, when he gets that deer in the headlight look, it's over. So if the Aggies are able to find their pass rush again, I saw Pope over there praying.
Number 9. Do you hear that, number 9? Go get him. Go get him.
Yeah, I didn't hear his name at all a couple weekends ago.
No, you didn't, Brian. I'm not sure. I think he was on the bus to Austin, plane to Austin, however they got there. But, boy, Texas contained him all night.
Yes, they did. So it would be back, Catch, because I've seen him stumble, whether it was in the Georgia uniform, of course, now in a Miami uniform. He can get sideways if you apply pressure and make some very bad decisions.
All right, Brian Jones. First off, let me show the graphic one more time. Go to universitycoop.com. Check out the stuff, Real Snow Milk. Get somebody on your Christmas list looking sharp, or just go to the co-op and get the stuff yourself.
I'm putting on my white pants tonight, man.
There you go. Since it's Christmas next Thursday, we will leave you alone.
Send us some gear and we'll both wear it.
Heck yeah.
Put Chad in the Milkies.
I like it.
No, can't waste that on got the milkman at A&M anyway, right? So he needs to wear some milk stuff.
Yeah, some different type of milkmans.
Hey, Brian, you got
throwing up them gang signs.
Brian, you see me doing these spots during the show. You're gonna need to make me a part of the sponsorship team if you're gonna have me wearing that stuff. I want you to know. I don't need to see you doing
a Christmas gift to myself, Chad.
That was your Christmas gift to yourself. Brian, have a great Christmas, man. We'll catch up with you in a couple of weeks when these playoffs get cranked up.
Chad, Catch, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, holiday, all that shit, and hook 'em.
There it is.
Merry Christmas, Brian Jones.
Brian Jones made time for us today, and we do appreciate that. He had a meeting to get to, and he said, hey.
People catching strays.
Dude, Carson Beck. And Aller, like, it's all over the place. The quarterbacks are in
it's not the show. Hey, you know what? As Quinn Ewers gets ready to make his first career start in the NFL, Chad.
Yeah.
That last segment was proof. We give it to everybody.
We do. We give it to everybody. And before we talk a little more about Jadan Baugh and today's discussion, let me give everybody a little bit more. First off, I'll give you some pork chop. How about Hayes City Store? Right out there in Driftwood. Pork chop and the sundae. Might not be a bad combo if you head on out there. Tell them you heard about it on Orange Bloods Live. That's their new chocolate brownie sundae. And then on the left is, I believe it's the grilled. Oh, wait, no, that's the Brussels sprouts. That means it was mine. Probably the blackened pork chop. They have grilled, blackened, and chicken fried on the pork chop. It's just incredible. Go enjoy some of this great warmer winter weather out there in Driftwood at Hayes City Store. Tell them we sent you out there. When you do it, you will definitely have yourself a good time. You'll love all the food, all the drink, all the folks. Tell Travis, Tamara, and everybody that we said hello. Catch in the conversation there. We kind of went through, Jadan Baugh a little bit. So outside of the Texas game, how much have you watched him this year? And what is your thought on, like, hey, is this a guy Texas needs?
Not a ton. Like Florida kind of was out of sight, out of mind after September. So I hate doing that thing where
after the South Florida game, probably, right? Where you
well, no, I mean, Florida was out of mind for me after they played Texas.
okay. No, I'm saying when they lost to South Florida, did they kind of change for you a little bit there? Because that was even before the Texas game.
I just checked out on Florida.
Okay, I got you.
So, like I just didn't. It just the last 2 months of the season, Florida was that's how they did this weekend. Okay,
right.
If they were in a game, I just wasn't into Florida, and so what I remember, he's super productive. He's a guy that I think is underrated in terms of his explosiveness. You talk about his yards per carry. Like this is a productive, very good running back. I think one of the things that's really interesting is that I reported this over at orangebloods.com today in our Truth and Lies column. Scan that QR code in the top left-hand corner. I think it's one of the articles that you would love as a subscriber to orangebloods.com. Sign up for $1 today. Check it out. I have heard that this is going to be a deep running back market in the portal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that he's the best guy that's available, but obviously he's really good. I mean, he was second team all SEC. I think it speaks potentially, there are murmurs that a guy like Kawan Lacey might enter the portal.
And that would be a little bit of a different kind of dude, but
they are different dudes.
Over 1,100 yards in an offense that clunky. I think there's something there with. I don't know if I'd go over Lacey.
I think there's there might be a better than coin flip chance that Jadan Baugh does end up at Texas because it's a discussion. There's interest. Even I've seen Florida websites that have gotten pretty specific with reporting on the numbers. I have not personally been told numbers, but I saw a Florida website reported that Florida was offering 1.25 and that Texas was offering in the 1.5 range. Those are not my numbers. That's just something that somebody else reported. My guess is because I asked somebody this question about Cam Coleman, like what do we think Cam Coleman, a guy like that, generates in the portal? And the thought was on the high end about $2 million, somewhere between 1 and 2. And I think that probably identifies the price range, I think, of a lot of these guys that'll be on the higher end of the portal. And I think those numbers don't sound crazy. So, you're probably talking about that kind of a number to get a guy like that. The thing is, for that kind of number, you can get a lot of interest like that. Suddenly, it's like one of those things. I'll give you an example. Back 20 years ago, when I was single and I just started making money, like enough money that I could do something with, I had been driving around like a 2001 Ford Explorer that a friend of mine, Melissa Hargrove, an Aggie, on the 4th of July had backed into, like the driver's side on the 4th of July, just on accident, never got fixed. So I had that, right? And then I just got to be a point where I was like, I'm going to go get a new car. And then I just decided I'm going to spend enough money in theory that I should just check out everything. And I think that's where you probably are if you're Texas. If you start saying, we're in the market for a running back and we might drop 1.5 on it, suddenly the word is out. If you're a running back and you're good, hey, man, I'll take some of that. Who Texas also is, they got to be somewhat careful of. They're the school that every kid wants set in their recruitment. There is an implication, a little bit like Oregon, a little bit like Texas Tech, a little bit like Ohio State, where it's like, it sure does seem like when they like guys, they get guys. And there's a sense that there's the Justice Terry tax, right? Texas came in with an offer that was so big that Georgia backed down, that kind of a thing. So I think everybody wants a piece of Texas, but from what I understand, Baugh absolutely in play, but there are others. And
will you agree with this super chat here that Lacey's a better back all around?
I think he's a different back. And I think I think they're close enough, probably in terms of value and quality, that it really is subjective. What are you looking for?
Yeah, I think Lacey's more Sarkish, if that's a word.
I will tell you, I think in the Longhorn pecking order, Baugh would be ahead of Lacey, but I'm telling you, like I can't say the names that I've heard out of just respect to the person that told me. I wasn't given like a license to do so, but
Right.
I would just tell Texas fans, like, I think what I would tell Texas fans is like, there may be a running back gift under the tree that gets open late that is significantly different than what Texas went into the season last with at the running back position.
That's what they need.
I don't know who the final name is going to be. I think a prohibitive betting favorite would be Baugh. But what I'm telling you is, if you've decided that you're going to shop at Saks Fifth Avenue and you go in for one thing, once you've walked into Saks, you might be surprised by the number of things. It's like, oh, well, this is going to cost $1,000. I might as well look and see if there's anything else I like better for $1,000. And I think there's a little bit of that going on. They are sitting at the big boy table with regards to like what they might do at a position like that. And it puts them in an incredibly good position to know what the market actually will look like and how they should proceed moving forward once they're ready to make that decision.
Speaking of, Teta has a question. What's that going to cost? Why can't Texas have Baugh and Lacey? If one team gets them both, what's the price tag?
It wouldn't happen at Texas because of Derek Cooper. Derek Cooper is the other half of a combo of some sort. And they're not paying Derek Cooper to not be a co-something.
Okay.
And I think that also kind of maybe even affected the way they, I think even like a year ago, they were thinking further along with Cooper this year, that there was a little bit like, well, we'll let Wisner and Baxter, one of those guys will rise to the cream and be a guy, like a guy. And then somebody will lose between those two guys, and then we'll pair that guy with Cooper. So I think that there was a sense of overvaluing the guys that they had. Clearly, they're not doing that now, but like they believe Derek Cooper is a difference maker. And I give them credit. I think I've had a number of people, Chad, say, why would I believe that Texas will approach this any differently? And there's part of the answer I give is like, look, this thing in 2 weeks, this thing will mostly be over. I don't expect on a lot of these guys to be long drawn out recruiting battles. This will be, I think, very similar. On January 2nd, we're just going to see a bunch of kids announce like it's free agency day in the NBA, where it's like at midnight, you can announce, it's like 12:01, ding, 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 ding.
Right.
So I think that Steve Sarkisian, even of a year ago, would have said, we got Derek Cooper and some guys, we'll be fine. And I think the difference, if you're a Texas fan wondering, should I believe that Texas is going to approach this different than they did a year ago? I think this running back pursuit is probably the best example of that. They have what they believe is potentially the answer at running back in the high school ranks, and yet they're not just letting that rest as, well, we got the answer. They believe that guy's going to be the answer. They're doing the thing, it looks like, at running back, Chad, that we talked about that they should have done 2 years ago at punter, where they thought Michael Kern was the future at punter. We don't need another punter. We've got Michael Kern. And it was like, cool. How about an insurance policy?
Yeah. Okay. So perfect question now has been set up. And first off, Rise to the Cream has always been my favorite Prince album. But anyway, if it's a combo of sorry, you said Rise to the Cream earlier. I just couldn't let it. That's just.
You gotta let me go sometimes. You did that with Brian. You did not have to correct him on the thing that you corrected him on.
No. I wasn't even. No, that wasn't a correction. That was his pronunciation of the word. I was just saying.
I'm talking about where the Miami. I knew that everybody knew that the home teams won those games. You and I did the play-by-play of the Miami. That was our doubleheader day.
Okay.
I'm just saying, he had already said that he didn't know stuff. He didn't answer a question because he wasn't knowledgeable. And then you corrected him like 5 minutes later on the outcome of a couple of games.
So
now you corrected me on this. Come on, Chad, stop correcting us.
I was trying to make a Prince joke, but then when somebody throws a chat in and I miss a semicolon, you get on me for not correcting people. Like,
it's like, quit gaslighting me, Chad. And it's like, how about you quit gaslighting me by suggesting that I'm gaslighting you, you gaslighter, and we just go back and forth with you're the one that's actually the gaslighter.
Yeah, if you just let me ask the question, I'm about to make you sound like an awesome genius because you're going to answer this incredible
That is impossible,
question.
Chad. I appreciate that's a Christmas present in upon itself.
If I can guarantee Texas fans that they're going to have Derek Cooper and one of these two guys give me the perfect combo, is there one of these backs that fits better with what Derek Cooper does in your mind?
Maybe. The name that I heard, here's the thing, and I can't stress this enough, and I feel like I say it all the time, and I feel like I try to convey this on Orange Bloods when these videos that we do. I cannot stress this enough. The conversations that are taking place behind the scenes in college football, like everybody, all of these guys have reps. There are players everywhere that you are required to come back next year for eligibility reasons. They cannot go to the NFL. And I just think there are really good players that people just do not associate with the portal that wouldn't necessarily you wouldn't necessarily come to mind if I said Texas is in the market for a running back. Well, the Jadan Baugh thing's super easy, right? There's a coaching change. His position coach just took the Texas job. So there is this natural connection there that may actually end up being pretty damn obvious when it's all said and done. But what I'm telling you is there are no limits to what's actually possible. And if you open your brain up to like, well, if everybody in college football was available, suddenly you can come up with some combinations for Derek Cooper that are pretty interesting. And I would just say, I had heard a name when someone mentioned it to me. I was like, oh. And then I started doing some homework and I was like, fucker's really good. and so, it's like, it's a little bit like asking Brian about Jadan Baugh. I think all of us can look at stats and have an idea of what we think's available. And I think the options are better. I think Texas, whether they pursue every option that's available, who knows? Like some guys might be available, but they might be saying, I'll come, but I need 3. And they may say, well, we're not doing that. Like, we're not doing that. We'll pay somebody $1.75 million, but we're not even paying Colin Simmons $3 million. So we're not doing that. But maybe they would. Like, I think that, again, Brian said it. I said we're the guinea pigs watching the guinea pigs, and the guinea pigs are talking to other. There's a lot of guinea pigs, Chad. Everybody's guinea pigging it, and yeah, I just would tell everybody be open-minded about what actually is available. It might not all jump into the portal. These guys might all be able to keep their teams, their current schools. They might match. There's all kinds of, I had somebody earlier today or this week tell me, we think things are going pretty good, but agents, like, you think you're good, but at the end of the day, you're working with agents and agents are doing agent things. And so there's a little bit of, we can't control that part of it. But man, I think everybody's talking to everybody. And Texas has shown in recruiting at the high school level that if they want somebody, they'll go get somebody. They went out and got Derek Cooper when Derek Cooper was a couple of weeks away from making it a decision. Texas wasn't in his top 5. And then Texas missed out on Xavier Crowell. And they were like, oh, well, then let's just go offer a boatload of money to Derek Cooper and make sure we get one of the couple of guys that we like. And guess what? They did. And guess what? No one even came close at any point in about the 6 months that have transpired since that happened, maybe 5, nobody even came close. Texas put it on the table. This is what it is. And for the next 5 months, everybody knew what the price for Derek Cooper was. And every single school was like, yeah, man, Texas got him. It's good. Miami wanted him, but there was a price that everybody was like, we're not going to mess with that. That Texas said, we did that. They did it for Justice Terry. I don't think they've done that in the portal ever, Chad. I don't think they've ever gone into the portal and gone, you know what? We've got a defensive tackle need. Walter Nolan, we're just decided you're not getting away from us. It's a little bit of what Texas Tech did. And I'm fascinated to see, is Texas Tech and Texas going to get into it for a kid this year? Because I think a year ago, the David Bailey situation is a really good example.
Yeah.
Texas kind of looked at that and went, Tech's just doing crazy shit. But now.
And what was that neighborhood? Do you have a sense?
I mean, there's still people saying that thing got as high as $3 million.
Oh, good Lord.
That David Bailey's quoted in that Athletic article that was a feature on James Blanchard, the GM at Texas Tech, that the way they offered him the most money of any player non-quarterback in college football. And that's how that guy was like, oh, okay, well, I will pay attention. Plus, he had to have known the pitcher that transferred there too, right? Like he could talk about, oh, Blanchard sent me this text. I didn't even know who he was. Everybody on Stanford knows about Texas Tech, right?
Yeah, I would think. I'm
just saying, like the softball pitcher got $1 million. So I'm guessing they know each other. I bet when David Bailey went to Stanford or went to Tech, he got a text. Hey, buddy, good to see you on campus. It'd be nice to see somebody that I recognize. So it will be interesting to see how far Tech goes in the playoff. What is our lasting memory of Tech? Because Texas is not a school that nobody likes to be punked out by anybody, but it will be an even bigger pit. Let's just say Texas Tech got into it they decided they wanted Jadan Baugh. Or they were going to get in for it with Jadan Baugh. How bad does Texas want Jadan Baugh? Like if Tech came in and went 1.5, all right, we'll go 2. Does Texas go, y'all can have him, we're not doing that, knowing that the headline and the entire offseason conversation will be Tech punk Texas.
Yeah, Red Raiders
really wanted.
Red Raiders outbid Horns. Yeah.
So it's a Tech program that's used to just having Texas take whatever they want from Tech. So will Tech fish in the same pond as Texas for the same players? Hasn't happened yet, but there are flies in the ointment in some of these things in the next couple of weeks that could occur that could change a Jadan Baugh recruitment. And again, I don't know that it's as simple as Jadan Baugh and Texas write it in ink. I think it's more nuanced, more complicated, more options exist, but it's fun to talk about. Like the Texas it's a lot different having this conversation about Texas, Chad, than if we were doing a Baylor show. And then we're talking about, well, this guy entered the portal and he was a former 4-star. And remember, our coaches liked him when he was being recruited. Now we've got a chance to go back. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about, well, they can go out and get second team all SEC running back. Or maybe there's somebody better. Or what about Kawan Lacey? Is he on that level? It is. This is what it's like to cover Yankees baseball when the Yankees are going to be involved in free agency. Yep. You don't know that they're necessarily going to get the free agent, but they're not going to get punked out and left with nothing.
Yeah, it's true. All right, let me pay a couple bills. We'll see if Catch is ready to buy or sell. Let's hit Texas Card House. Earlier in the chat, Money B said he's headed out to TCH Social Austin to watch the bowl game. That means he'll see it on this big old screen at 183 and Anderson Mill. Who knows? We might be out there as well. Stay tuned. The Bad Beat Bacon is a must order. The food is incredible. It is the sports bar, sports lounge area that you need to find out about. 183 and Anderson Mill. That is one of 6 locations for Texas Card House. There are the other 5 along the bottom of that graphic. Make sure you mention Orange Bloods when you check in. 1 month of free club membership, and 2 hours of free poker play. And if you need the online version, it's hijackpoker.com. Put it on any device you want and get to playing with hijackpoker.com. Also, if you're watching the game at home, don't forget our guys over at AV Consultations. This is the place that can make sure you have the big screen you've been dreaming of, the family movie room you've been dreaming of. Last week in Catch's 10 Thoughts on the Weekend, his top 10 Christmas movies of all time. You're going to gather the family around to watch It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, Elf, whatever y'all are into. Don't do it on some old janky television. Get that big screen you've always wanted for next Christmas. Surprise everybody. Make it a Christmas gift this year. 512-255-8678. They've been doing it since 1988. You can also check out avconsultations.com. Shout out to Tom and his crew. They do all kinds of stuff, security and cameras and lighting. They can do all kinds of stuff for you around your home or office. So definitely check them out. All right. Catch, anything else in the Jadan Baugh discussion or anything else, or you want to buy or sell?
We can do buy or sell. I'm going to ad-lib it and make it up as we go.
Okay. I was going to tell you, I do have a fatal four-way hotter than off of an epic birthday today. So knowing that.
I'll let you go. I'll go first.
Fair enough.
Buy or sell number one. I asked you about your confidence level in the Aggies yesterday. 7 out of 10 on the 1 out of 10 confidence scale. You were you were comfortable with buying that.
Yeah.
Now I want to go nervousness scale. You're 48, you're less than 48 hours away. I'm not going to do that thing where I tell you that you're like 46 hours and 7 minutes away from the start of the game, or the scheduled start of the game, if you will. It's usually about the time they do the coin flip is when they tell you, like at 11 a.m. kickoff. And what really happens at 11 o'clock is they flip the coins and it's like 11:07. But nevertheless,
yes,
I don't want to get exact in this situation. On the 1 to 10 nervousness scale, same number, 7.
No, I'll sell that. It's probably right in the middle. It's like a 4.5 to 5, somewhere in that range. So I'll sell the 7. It's not about nerves, man. Catch, I'm 50, about to turn 51 in a week. I have never watched A&M play a football game where if they won it, they were still in line to win everything. The last Aggies that could actually say that were in the late 30s. Like people walking into that game in 1939, they could say it. Nobody else can. I've never watched the game. I've watched games where they win and it's important and it's cool, but it didn't get them into this. The sport now has a system and now they're in it and they've never been able to get into any other system, a 2 version, a 4 version or whatever. So I'm not going to go as far as say house money. I'm just loving the experience right now of actually having them in the thing. So nerves is not how I would describe it.
I don't say this because like the Longhorns have some sort of extended knowledge base of this that trumps everything that an Aggie would feel, but because Texas just joined this club a couple of years ago. It's A&M's first advanced game. The first time in its history to play a game where the outcome, it's the same thing a little bit as saying it has a chance to win a championship, but it's the first game in the history that they'll ever play where winning the game sends you somewhere.
Right. But at least but again, the contrast with Texas, if you're a Texas fan, you watched that day in Dallas. If they beat Georgia, they win it all. If they beat USC, they win it all. If they beat Bama that night, they win it all.
I'm just saying, like, this is
I've never seen anything like that.
It's like the minimum. It's like getting into a badass New York City bar. You've had to wait all night, but you are inside now.
Right. Yeah.
And now, like, what you do in the club with your amount of time in the club is what you do when you're in the club. But it's cool to be in the club. You guys are in the club.
Yeah, it's incredible. And the biggest thing for me is, I've said this about Texas at the beginning of the year. My goal for Texas and A&M, anybody else, it's kind of the same. It's get in and live up to your seed. If they can get this home win, they'll go obviously to play Ohio State. I think we all know who's probably going to be predicted to win that game if they played Ohio State. So this is the focus for me. Don't be that first home team to lose one of these games because you'll get clowned a little for it.
Buy or sell number 2. You would rather A&M win this first playoff game and advance to the quarterfinals, the true quarterfinals, and then lose than to see A&M's volleyball team win a national championship.
Wow.
You have one of those two things. Otherwise, the other one doesn't happen.
It's one of those two.
If you don't choose volleyball, they can't win. Like, that is confirming that they lose. And if you choose volleyball, it confirms that A&M loses on Saturday.
Gotcha. Okay, wait. And
you would rather the football team win this weekend.
I'm buying for. Yeah, got you. All right. You know what? Ladies first. I'll sell and take a national title. Taking a national title.
I don't know if that's the right answer.
I have no clue if it is either. But you know what? I have a daughter. I'm a girl dad. And I'm actually planning to check out the game, the match tonight. I'm hoping they win. I'm hoping they advance. If they advance, I'm going to watch the championship match with my parents this weekend. So, yes, I'm going to go all girl dad on that, and I'm going to sell.
I'm a little choked up. Buy or sell number 3. You're going to watch one of my top 10 Christmas movies that you haven't seen before Christmas is over.
Ooh, interesting.
Because it's on the palette. You've had a chance. We've had a little mini. You've already said like 3 or 4 movies.
I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to think because there's definitely some that are on there that I have seen. And we may rewatch, like we've gotten into a couple, but am I going to watch one I haven't seen? Like, okay, Miracle on 34th Street or The Apartment. I've never even heard of that movie, but I saw it and I'm like, oh, Jack Lemmon. I love Jack Lemmon. So then, and I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life. And so, but then I know who I'm going to be around. I'm like, is anybody going to suggest it? So right now I'm going to sell because I don't think I would end up watching by myself. I'm not just going to watch Miracle on 34th Street just because. So I'll probably sell. It's probably going to stay in tradition.
Let me give you a movie recommendation.
Okay.
Do you have Prime?
I do.
Do you have it do you have the upgrades on Prime or
probably not.
There's a rental. It's a 2025 movie called The Baltimoreans.
Okay.
It's kind of it is I would say a dark-ish romantic comedy. I watched it. It was absolutely delightful.
Okay.
And there's no way nobody will have ever seen it. So it would be a chance to introduce, hey, I heard about this new movie. It's a crowd pleaser. They'd like it. I just letting you know, The Baltimoreans.
All right. I wrote it down.
It's a Christmas themed rom-com.
Cool.
Very good.
Okay.
I have buy or sell number 4. Brian convinced you that Tulane will give Oregon a closer game. Or wait, yeah, is that right? No.
Ole Miss. Tulane, Ole Miss.
That's right. Brian convinced you that Tulane will give Ole Miss a closer game than you previously thought.
Yeah, I'll probably buy that. I was kind of in that area, but Brian follows things pretty closely. So yeah, I'll say it's closer than people think it's going to be. I think Ole Miss will still get it done. That's a weird game both ways with coaching changes and everything. I think Tulane's going to have energy early. I think they're going to hit them early with some energy. I think Ole Miss will right the ship and calm it down, especially with Weiss calling the plays. But I think it's going to be closer than people think it is. I think that could be like a 1 score to 14, that kind of a game. I don't think that's a blowout.
I don't know how you're going to answer this last question, so I'm fascinated by which direction that you're going to go in.
Okay.
On Tuesday, the fighting New York Knicks won their first championship of any kind in more than 50 years. They are this year's NBA Cup championship team.
Yeah.
Buy or sell, you believe they should hang up a banner inside Madison Square Garden to signify winning the championship?
It is a capital B buy. I've heard this discussion a little bit. I'm fascinated that anybody would discuss otherwise. All you have to do is watch how it affects them. You always say your feelings are valid. Watch how the players are feeling about this thing. They're changing the whole court They're making whole courts like red and blue and whatever, but the players care. They really do. So I know it's a shorter time period, and I know it's not 4 out of 7, but damn it, they made a trophy. You might as well go win it. And if you want to throw something in the rafters, hell yeah, right, retired numbers go up there. And so it's not like this is the NIT. It's not like you get into this tournament only if you're a loser. No, they put everybody in there.
Oklahoma City was eligible.
Everybody has, exactly. Oklahoma City could have won it. They didn't. The Lakers could have won it. They didn't. Everybody you'd think of. But the Knicks got that done. You're damn right you put a banner in Madison. Catch, they have a banner at Madison Square Garden to celebrate like Billy Joel sellouts, Harry Styles sellout records. You're telling me the Knicks can't have one? That's silly. Put a banner up there.
I actually agree with you. Like,
okay.
We hang all kinds of stuff in stadiums and arenas. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I actually like that thing more than I thought I would, but the players like it 10 times more than I thought they would. I've been really impressed.
How did Oklahoma City not win this? They're 24-2.
I don't know. I guess they must have lost that correct game. They must have lost the one they shouldn't lose.
Because one of the losses just happened, so it wouldn't have been like their one loss
was in a cup game, I guess. Because again, this is not a series at all, right? This is eliminate. I mean, you play little round robins, but then I guess they didn't get out of the round robin because they went something and won. Must have been it. Hey, that makes it even more elite. Put that banner up.
It doesn't matter that we don't understand how it happened.
Put the banner up. Put the banner up. What Catch just said makes it more interesting. Oklahoma City's that good and y'all still won it. Damn it, Brunson. I wish you were still a Maverick, but put the banner up because you're a Knick. Come on.
Man, I'm looking at this Portland game, and it doesn't say anything about I don't know. Was Oklahoma City on probation?
Maybe that's
you weren't eligible for the cup?
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe SGA was serving a suspension or something.
They got put on probation for cheating. It would be a very Sooner State thing to do.
It really would. It would. Absolutely. That was your fifth, right?
Yes.
All right, here we go, Mr. Ketchum. Let's start here. Buy or sell number 1. You'll pick Texas to beat Michigan. What the hell?
Buy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Buy or sell number 2. Quinn Ewers will throw 2+ touchdown passes on Sunday. What the hell?
Sell.
Ooh.
Because 2+. Oh, well.
2 or more. 2 gets in there.
Oh, what the hell, buy?
There you go. That's what we're talking about. All right, Catch, let's hit the 3 Texas rivals all at once. Buy or sell number 3. OU loses to Bama. The Aggies beat Miami but lose to Ohio State. And Tech loses to Oregon. Buy or sell?
Buy. Yeah, I think that's about right.
That's it? Yeah. That could be it. That'd be the Christmas present Texas fans want, except they're rooting for Miami to just make it a clean sweep all the way through. All right, Catch, here come the big birthdays. Get ready. Buy or sell number 4. Brad Pitt and Stone Cold Steve Austin share a birthday today. You'd rather have a meal and conversation with Stone Cold. Buy or sell? 2 very intriguing characters here. They're a year apart in age, and you get to hang with them anywhere you want, any meal you want, and like an hour of conversation. You'll take Stone Cold.
I'm going to sell.
Okay.
I have wrestling stories, my own, but I don't ever have like I hung out with a movie star and had any conversations with a movie star. I feel like
that's fair.
I feel like I would have more fun with Stone Cold, but I feel like I've had moments in my life that are like that. So it's not about a preference of person as much as a preference of an experience. I just don't is more foreign than the other to me.
Okay, fair enough. I like how you work that out. Speaking of experiences, Catch, she is one of the great experiences of all time when it comes to wrestling, and she hits a massive number today. Here we go. Buy or sell number 5. Trish Stratus is 50 today. Prime on Prime, fatal 4-way, hotter than. Keebler is hotter than Trish, who's hotter than Sable, who's hotter than Lita. Buy or sell?
Oh, wow.
Get out your scratch pad, work it out, work through it.
Can I work through it? Like I can talk about it. Like this is one of these things where I had the last pick of the draft, so I can. I have a Sable blind spot. So there are people Sable's not my bag.
Okay.
But
So
there are people who think that Sable is like the hottest of all of the WWE divas of all time.
Sable's impressive.
So it's a hard one for me because I know that Sable is hotter than Lita, but Lita is hotter to me. So I will sell and I would rearrange those two, even though, again, I know from a this is like one of these, like, I will die on a hill. I just love Keira Knightley.
Right.
And it's not like I don't know that there, or even like a Miley Cyrus. Like, I love Miley. I don't think Miley's the most attractive woman in the world.
Right.
And I don't think she's just the hottest woman in the world, but I would probably rank her over some other hot, because there's more to it than just like what does she look like in a pinup. So yeah,
for the record, to have the full man's discussion on Trish's birthday, would you agree with Keibler hotter than Trish in their prime? Because that's a legendary one for me. It's very close.
Keibler is the hottest. Keibler at her best, at her apex, has never been touched by another woman in the WWE. And I almost like just challenge, like that's just a different level of, when you start getting into like supermodels, okay, that's a man's game. But like some of this other stuff, there's a little bit of, some people just don't belong in the same sentence with other people. And Keebs is just that. And look, I'm not a relative. She never went on a date with me, sadly. Like, there's no personal, it's just common. It's just obvious. I agree. Is a one of a lifetime.
You and I definitely both agree on that. By the way, have you seen Trish Stratus in the last year or so? Like when she competed, my God, just incredible.
I think she's got a very Allie Larder thing going on where she really
does. Yeah.
I almost think she's hotter now than like when her alleged prime was.
Good call. Can you imagine being like Trish Stratus's kid? We've said this about Keibler too. Imagine being Stratus or Keibler's child and your friends are like, wait, your mom's going to be there? Really?
Hey, David, we're going to sleep over at your house tonight.
Right? Like, come on.
I had that happen a few times back in the day, and my mom was not like Keebs or Trish. You know what I mean? So,
hey, not many people's moms complain for that.
Also, because Mama Ketchum was attractive back in the day when she was young, you can just really imagine what it has to be like for someone at that level.
Yeah, that's incredible. All right, Catch, anything else we need to hit today?
Tom Brady's ex's kids. Because then it's like,
Giselle's children. Giselle like making hot chocolate before everybody goes to bed. Are you kidding me? With like the hair tied up and a t-shirt.
Little Tommy Jr.'s invited us over to his mom's house for a Christmas party. Should we go? The dad's like, what should we get him? Like a big screen TV? Like what do you buy for a 3-year-old? Because we're there.
I'm going to get you a camera, Timmy, and I'm going to teach you how to use it. There you go. All right. We done? We good?
Yeah. The end of the episode turned into the plot from Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, it kind of did. Yeah, it kind of did. Happy 50th to Trish Stratus today. Thank y'all for liking, subscribing, and getting your notifications. Thanks for helping us get to 200,000 subscribers. We're almost there. I believe in you. We're almost there. We're definitely getting there.
We're 199666 at this exact moment.
Ooh, I like that. 199 and the devil's number right now.
We're a boy who was born on Christmas Day.
Come on, I was born on Christmas. Y'all have to get us to at least 667. We can't have that bad luck.
Well, we were at 668 and we went backwards too.
Oh.
People started canceling their subscriptions to the channel during we're at 665.
Oh no, they're getting out. Never mind.